Welcome back. The showdown over BJP MP Anurag Thakur's remarks on Lok Sabha leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi during an aggressive debate around the caste census refuses to die down. After Prime Minister Narendra Modi endorsed and praised his party leader's speech on social media, Congress MP Charanjit Singh Channi has moved a privilege motion against him.
कल जो अनुराग ठाकुर जी ने अपनी स्पीच दी उसमें कुछ ऑब्जेक्शनेबल बातें उन्होंने बोली जो कि एक्सपंज कर दी गई। जो एक्सपंज हो चुकी हैं उनको बाद में ट्वीट करके प्रमोट करना ये मर्यादा के खिलाफ है। तो मैंने स्पीकर साहब को लिख कर दिया है कि हाउस की मर्यादा भंग हुई है और मैंने जो उनके प्राइम मिनिस्टर जी के खिलाफ ये एक प्रिविलेज मोशन दिया है।
Meanwhile, the Congress and other India Bloc parties continue to demand apology from former Union Minister Anurag Thakur. Despite the fact that the BJP MP's remarks in question have been expunged, the opposition continues to maintain he used unparliamentary language and insulted Rahul Gandhi, for which he should apologize.
मैं कन्नौज में उस मंदिर में गया था जिस मंदिर में जाकर के पहली बार मैं चुनाव जीता था और मेरे वहां आने के बाद मंदिर धोया गया था। क्या बीजेपी कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता या किसी भी व्यक्ति की जात पूछ सकती है? हम और आप लोग कभी व्यवहारिक मजाक करते हैं तो उसमें चलो एक बार को कोई बात मजाक में चली जाए, लेकिन सदन में जो शब्द का इस्तेमाल हुआ था मुझे तो ये लगता है अनुराग ठाकुर जी को कहा गया है कि 99 बार गाली खा कर के आओ आप सदन में, तब आप मंत्री बनोगे।
कौन पूछ रहा? वो पूछने वाले को सब मालूम है ना। ये होना बोल के किसी को एक हाउस में टॉन्ट मारना, ये करना, ये सख्त पार्लियामेंट में ऐसा नहीं होता। पार्लियामेंट में तो किसी की जाति पूछी नहीं जाती और वो कौन से जात के हैं वो मालूम है उनको, और ये पर्पसली किसी को इंसल्ट करने के लिए उसने कहा है।
The BJP, however, continues to be on the offensive against Rahul Gandhi over the caste census issue. BJP MP Sambit Patra today claimed the Congress MP himself asked about a caste of a journalist in the past, and when the same is done with him, he and his party are unnecessarily taking offense.
कुछ दिनों पहले पत्रकारों की जाति पूछने का काम राहुल गांधी कर रहे थे। पूछ रहे थे आपका नाम क्या है। जजेस की जाति पूछी जा सकती है, पूछा जा सकता है। आप कहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान को यह जानने का अधिकार है कि किस जाति के लोग सर्वाधिक सैनिक के रूप में है, किस जाति को कितनी रिप्रेजेंटेशन आर्मी में मिली हुई। मगर आपसे कोई अगर जाति पूछ ले तो मम्मी मम्मी मम्मी, मुझसे जाति पूछ लिया गया, मम्मी मेरा इंसल्ट हो गया।
I'm being joined at this point by Dr. Dharinder Tayal, who is a spokesperson for BJP, Binay Singh, who's an author, Matthew Anthony, who's a Congress spokesperson, as well as Faizan Kidwai, who's a spokesperson for Samajwadi Party. Thank you very much, all four of you, for joining us. Dr. Dharinder Tayal, to you first. Are we going forward or are we going decades backward? What is happening in the parliament?
I don't know how you say we're going backward and who is taking it backwards. I think the people, or it is Rahul Gandhi who is taking it, trying to take it backward. So, yes, if that be the attempt, then yes, they are trying to take it backward, whereas Modi ji very clearly is taking the parliament and the country forward. So there is no two ways about it. And regarding this issue, I think Mr. Sambit Patra has also very clearly mentioned what is very interesting here is that nobody was named. Interesting part is actually the Congress is guilty because they pinpointed Rahul Gandhi. Nobody said Rahul Gandhi. I mean, and nobody asked anybody's caste. What were the remarks of Anurag Thakur? He never asked anybody's caste and he never said, he never named Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
So why was his remarks expunged? Why were his remarks expunged, sir?
That is exactly what I would also want to know. Why were the remarks expunged? What is wrong with them? And as far as expunging of remarks is concerned, and today the Congress is going about it. If you remember, some time back when Mr. Rahul Gandhi made remarks against Hinduism, which were expunged, he and Priyanka went all over the country confirming those remarks and saying truth cannot be expunged. Let them do it in the parliament, but it shall not be expunged. Is that not the truth? Is that not what they did? And who is the person today who is talking about a privilege motion? Channi, he wants to uphold the constitution. This is the same man who during the election said that the killing of a brave heart is a tamasha, is fake, and who couple of days back supported anti-national Amritsar. He is the person who's talking about this.
Okay, let me get in Matthew Anthony. Matthew Anthony, you're listening to Dharinder Tayal. He's saying, what is this being made out of? Rahul Gandhi was not asked his caste. Rahul Gandhi, in fact, has asked others their caste. And the opposition is talking about caste everywhere, including caste census.
Sneha, this is a time where the casteism of BJP has come out to the public of India. We don't have to speak about Anurag Thakur's mindset. It is an infringed mind based out of superiority complexes and feudal mindset. We have seen this before of Anurag Thakur insulting the people of
Dharinder
India.
Tayal and the BJP is saying they did not even ask Rahul Gandhi's caste.
Let me complete.
Pardon me, I'm interrupting you, but just a second question. Please continue.
Let me complete.
Yes, please.
Let me complete.
Yes, please.
So this is the same Anurag Thakur who was reprimanded and who was forced to be taken on an FIR by the Supreme Court, and also was debarred or was kind of refrained from election campaign for his foul mouth or his hate speech. Now the same Anurag Thakur is fuming about an upper casteism or a extreme casteism by stating that what is your caste? What has Rahul Gandhi done? He has raised the voice for the oppressed or the backward classes, because after 1931 there is no caste census which shows, when 1931 Bangladesh and Pakistan was a part of India, and 1941 we couldn't do the caste census, and after 2011 we don't have a caste census when we were at 1.21 billion, where the other backward classes are at more than 52% expected to be. The reason why we are calling for this is because out of the OBC classes, a few of them have reached an economical upscale, but there are so many other communities which are not reaching that one. So this is the principle behind the reason why we are asking for it. Now we see the opposition of BJP on this because they believe in the extreme casteism. That's exactly why they are showing it out in the public, where there is also a breach of the parliament and the contempt of the parliament made by the Prime Minister by retweeting the tweet of Anurag Thakur's speech, where the expunged remark was not even taken out or edited out from the speech. It is in the 7th edition. It is a well-established, in the law, it is stating that in the practice and procedure of Parliament by Call and Shagdar, the 7th edition, it is well established that the effect in law and order of the Speaker expunging words, remarks, or a portion of the proceedings is as if those words, remarks of that portion of the proceedings have never been spoken. And this is not, and this should have been edited. The Prime Minister, being the Prime Minister, a responsible person who has to uphold the Constitution, has breached the Constitution. So this demonstrates BJP's extreme
Faizan Kidwai. Very quickly, Faizan Kidwai. Matthew Anthony has said what he has. BJP, Dharinder Tayal has said what he has. But the BJP largely making one point. Rahul Gandhi can ask a journalist when he wants to about his caste. Akhilesh Yadav can ask about caste when he wants. It's to everybody's convenience. In fact, Akhilesh Yadav today said, "Mazak ki baat alag hoti hai, Parliament mein alag hoti hai." I mean, of course, the two are very different platforms, but does one validate the other or discount the other?
See, when we ask about the caste, we are asking about the caste so that we can do a caste-based census and give equal rights to everybody, which RSS, Bharatiya Janata Party have always opposed. We all know how Bharatiya Janata Party, through an affidavit which it filed in the Supreme Court, said they cannot do caste-based census because it's against the policy. Even one individual from RSS, his name is Sridhar Gagde, who's the head of RSS Vidarbha unit, he has said that a caste-based census won't be good for society. It will aggravate inequalities. See, what Anurag Thakur said today, it doesn't come as a shock to any one of us, because we all know the kind of casteist mindset RSS and BJP has, and Anurag Thakur is just following in the
No,
footsteps.
I get that what
let
you're
me just
saying,
complete
and
this
I'm
point.
not making references to caste census.
Sneha,
Allow me just...
Sneha, just
Okay,
one point,
okay.
please, one
Go
point.
ahead, go ahead.
See,
go
this
ahead,
is the
go ahead,
same
go ahead.
casteist ideology
Sure,
which
sure,
forced,
sure. Go ahead, go ahead.
which made people associated with Bharatiya Janata Party to wash a mandir which was in Kannauj that Akhleshji visited. This is the same casteist ideology because of which the chief minister's house was washed with Ganga Jal after Yogi Adityanath became the chief minister. And this is the same casteist ideology which forced Narendra Modi to ask his coalition partner now, that is Mr. Nitish Kumar, about his DNA and insulting his mother. Asking somebody about his DNA is a direct insult on someone's mother.
Okay,
So this is
Faizan,
what Bharatiya Janata
Kidwai,
Party is all about.
I will take all the points that you have mentioned to my panelists, but one question. Look at the instances that have been posted right now by the BJP. They have clearly posted out excerpts of how Akhilesh Yadav in the past has asked journalists and others about their caste. Do you condemn that? Is that objectionable?
Not at all. That is not objectionable. Reason being, see, it all depends what your intention is. When you are asking somebody, what is your caste? And this is because, see, Akhilesh Yadav ji and we all have been propagating that there should be caste-based census.
Sir, journalists से caste पूछने का क्या मतलब? I don't understand the intent about that. Just asking.
There's nothing wrong here. No, there's nothing wrong here because he's not humiliating the other person. See, when somebody is asking, "Aapka caste kya hai?" Now, today in Uttar Pradesh Assembly, either today or yesterday, a particular minister said, "Ke us caste ke aadmi ko humne sack kar diya." There was an uproar. Why are you not taking the name of that individual? He was saying some individual, a particular person associated in a particular department wasn't working the way he was supposed to. So the reference he made, us caste ke aadmi ko humne nikal diya. So is this the way Bharatiya Janata Party should function? Is this the way the ruling party of India should function?
But irrespective of our political differences, let's get to the point that caste has always been at the epicenter of a lot of discriminations that have happened in India. So you may have different prisms of how to look at caste, but I do not think one can take a convenient position of batting for it and batting against it. It has to be a total to and fro. But let me just very quickly come against at this point to Binay Singh. Binay Singh, you heard what both Mr. Matthew Anthony and Faizan Kidwai have said, and primarily the opposition making it a point that it isn't about a caste census, that they are asking for an equal pedestal. What is reflected in the parliament is a caste superiority, the two being very different in the conversation.
Look, there is a provision in the Indian Constitution. The first thing is that each and every person in this country have a caste. They belong to a particular caste. But there is a provision in the Constitution, in the law. The High Court of Madras on 15th July 2016, they made an order that if somebody doesn't want to disclose their caste or somebody doesn't want to associate with their caste, nobody should be forced to name their caste in the forms. They said they can put a hyphen on that. So my question is that if Rahul Gandhi, the first thing is that Anurag Thakur didn't name anyone. Okay, if he was indicating to us Rahul Gandhi, what caste does Rahul Gandhi belong from? He must have said that, okay, I have, denounced my caste. I am from no caste. But this is not the thing. When the election comes, he says that I am a Brahmin, I am a Janevdhari Brahmin, so that caste debates comes in. Okay, if he doesn't belong to any caste, there is a provision and he can be casteless, I can be casteless too. The second thing is that invoking caste-based debate has two purposes in this country. One is that you try to divide the country on caste lines, or you try to cement the fault lines or cement the caste divides in this country. So what is your purpose? So each and every time the Congress party, the Rahul Gandhi's party and his alliance partners invoke the caste-based debates, discussions, which is an attempt to further the fault lines of this country. They're not trying to cement the fault lines. They want to instigate a civil war kind of thing.
Okay, my director is telling me to wrap at this point, but I have to give the right to respond. And while I did object fundamentally to the argument made by Faizan Kidwai at one point, I'm also objecting to you, but the debate is not about me. I know both of you are raising your hands. Matthew Anthony, very quickly, is it a matter of convenience to raise and to drop the caste?
The question here is about the intent, motive, and the behavior and the nature of the question in which, Anurag Thakur has made that remark in the parliament. It was deeply insulting someone who has been proposing the need for a caste census to help us to do the constitutional right to give to the other backward communities. Whereas he made a very casteist remark, a supreme casteist remark, there. That's exactly what the point we are kind of responding to. We are disagreeing to, and we are debating to kind of, put a privilege motion in the parliament. That's what we want to say about this. And that's it.
Dharinder Tayal, I mean, one of the things that opposition is really asking about, if you are anyway talking about caste in the parliament, asking people about their caste openly, bringing it in conversations and references, and when your own allies are supporting a caste census, why oppose it?
No, so in fact, I mean, it is in 2011, Sushma Swaraj had supported it and Chidambaram had opposed it. But the primary issue in today's debate is that the questions that you have asked these gentlemen have not been answered. It has been very convenient. One of those kind of a thing. So this is what they have been doing. It is when Akhilesh asked, it is the intent. That is the intent. He also said, what is the purpose behind asking a journalist this stuff? And where does this debate start from? When Rahul says that in the photograph there are no STs, OBCs. That means he is asking the caste or the judges or the bureaucrats or everybody. That is where, it is the feudal mindset lies there.
Okay, I'm totally out of time. Faizan, Kidwai, you're raising your hands 30 seconds and I have to wrap this show. Faizan, Kidwai.
Okay, there's an argument with the Bharatiya Janata Party is constantly saying that when no names were taken, why is the opposition getting so rattled to that? I just want to say there was one teacher of an academy, his video went viral where he was just saying, vote for educated leaders. There was political pressure and he was sacked. तो क्या इनको पता था कि कौन सा जाहिल लीडर है? And then when the entire opposition was saying चौकीदार चोर है, तो why was Mr. Modi getting so aggressive and rattled? क्या उनको पता था कौन सा चौकीदार चोर है? So all these arguments
I'm really sorry, I'm being told to wrap. You're totally out of time. Dr. Dharinder Tayal, Binay Singh, Matthew Anthony and Faizan Kidwai, thank you very much for joining us. At the heart of all of this is something extremely important, very divided by political perspectives, and that's caste census. Thank you very much for joining us on this.